Hey Corey, do you know why scuba divers fall backwards out of the boat?
No, why?
Because if they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat. Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Logan Rose.
And I'm Corey Sharber.
Tonight, we check in with the team captain of the Murray State Overwatch team, Cole Fletcher.
Also, Mike Hall will be joining me to talk about this week in Murray State sports.
But first, it's time for Hot Topics.
And construction, New Richmond has finally been reopened. While most residents have been happy with their new home, some have been having some issues. 129 work orders have been submitted between August 14th and September 5th, with issues ranging from air conditioning to showers not working. While some residents are growing concerned with these issues, others aren't worrying about it.
I haven't had issues with my room so far, and everything's been working up to code, so it hasn't scared me so far since I haven't had any issues.
The building was also evacuated on September 2nd after someone smelled gas on the first floor, with the fire department clearing the building after an inspection. If you are having any problems with your dorm, please report it to the front desk.
Need more tennis in your life? Well, swing by the Purcell tennis courts on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 5:45 to 7:30 p.m., and you can take part in the MSU Tennis Club. The group is open to all skill levels. Tennis balls and extra rackets are provided. If you have any questions, you can contact them at msu.tennisclub@murraystate.edu.
Do you ever have a craving for ice cream or a sweet treat but don't know where to go? Murray is coming up in a lot of ways, including the addition of a Cold Stone Creamery located right off 12th Street. Cold Stone opened their doors on September 9th, and they have a wide selection of flavors and cones. Their selection includes Berry Berry Blue, Cookie Minster, Cheesecake Factory, and many more. In addition to their typical ice cream fare, they offer treats like milkshakes and cookies. Cold Stone shares a building with another brand new business, Planet Smoothie. With these two businesses, it is the perfect place for a hot day or just to relax and have a treat.
Family Weekend is September 20th through the 22nd. This is a great time for families to visit campus and see what student life is like. Many fun events, such as a Murray State football game, the Mr. MSU pageant, and Cinema International film showings are planned for the weekend. A full event schedule can be found online at murraystate.edu/familyweekend. Registration is now closed. However, if you did not register and still want to attend, you can attend some activities and pay at the door prior to some events. Many events are free of charge. Please view the schedule online for more details. Don't go away. There's more to come on MSU Tonight.
Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm here with Cole Fletcher, captain of the Murray State Overwatch team. Cole, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. All right, so for those that don't know, what exactly are esports?
So esports is basically, in a sense, video games played competitively, in a sense like a sport, and teams compete against others, potentially for a prize, in our case, scholarship money.
Okay, cool. All right, so how did Murray's esports team start?
So it all started a while back. It eventually became more of the League of Legends club for a while, and it's kind of funny. I was talking to my friend Aaron, who was the president of the esports club at the time, last spring semester. And I kind of told him, hey, there's some opportunities in the esports realm for scholarships and stuff. And I had mentioned that, I played Overwatch and asked him if he had heard anything about it. So at the time, I didn't know he was president of the club. And he said, yeah, I'm actually really trying to get into this. He's like, it'd be awesome if you would be our Overwatch lead, and it's basically gone on from there.
Cool. So what all do you have to offer game-wise?
So competitively right now, all we have is Hearthstone, League of Legends, and Overwatch. But that's just competitively. Casually, we have a bunch of different games. It ranges from Apex Legends, CSGO, to Minecraft.
Cool. All right, so are you guys planning on adding any more games competitively later on?
Yeah, we're looking for competitive. We just need the student interest in it enough to make teams. So, I mean, we are very open about accepting new games as long as they're obviously appropriate.
Okay. How would students go about letting the club know that they're interested in the new games?
If you're interested and want to add a new game to the club, basically just let one of the officers, you can let me know, because I'm one of the officers, let us know, and we'll do the best to make sure you get a channel in the Discord dedicated to your game.
Cool. All right, so how does someone go about joining one of the competitive teams?
So to join one of the teams, and unfortunately for the fall semester right now, we are done with tryouts.
Okay.
But for those who may want to try out in the spring semester, I know at least for my team, the Overwatch A team, we will be having kind of a soft tryout in the spring semester for new players to show what they got and for the returning players to also show what they have. But one of the best ways to keep up is to go to our webpage on the Murray State website, www.murraystate.edu/esports. And there you can find our Google Calendar along with the invite link to our Discord and our social media. And just stay tuned around there and watch for any tryouts postings.
All right, cool. So what is a regular practice session like for you guys?
So it's kind of funny. There's a bit to it, more than I'll probably be able to explain, but practice is kind of like playing in your dorm room, playing at home, just with a bit more focus. So we focus on, like for my instance, for Overwatch, we focus on good positioning, understanding of the game mechanics, good communication. That's one of the hardest things for teams that just start is good communication, not flooding your comms, but also not being silent. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the biggest things that we focus on. Those three core aspects.
All right, cool. So what are your responsibilities as the team captain?
So, and what may be obvious is one of the main jobs is to be a leader. I am the leader of this team. Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing. I'm supposed to help with coaching, help with creating strategies for the game, since the game is a strategic shooter. And then on the side, what I do is I am part of who fills out paperwork for the tournaments we want to participate in or the leagues or organizations we want to be in. I am one of the officers, so I am constantly in officer meetings, making sure we're doing the best to keep the club upright, and that's roughly about it. There's a few minor details, but
okay.
About.
All right. So, what does it take to get good at these games? What kind of work goes into becoming a competitive player?
So, to be competitive, to get good, it's a lot about just diving into the game that you have interest in. Dive into it, be open-minded for advice and stuff like that, and realize that no one's perfect. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be able just to jump right into the game and just be awesome at it. You're gonna start slow. Mm-hmm. One of the best things you can do also is to have someone who has experience with the game, who knows it well, help you out with it. So like I offer a lot of the club members, hey, if you want some help, message me on Discord. I'll do my best to either answer questions or review some videos, which another great thing about Overwatch is the game has included a replay system where you can go back, watch from your side or a third person or a free roam camera your game and the plays you made, and you can kind of evaluate yourself from there.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Thank you for joining us, Cole. I think that's all the time we have right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to this week's edition of the sports segment here on MSU Tonight. I'm Corey Sharber.
And I'm Mike Hall.
This past weekend, a couple of the Racer teams looked to build towards success following crushing defeats last weekend. Unfortunately, it seems like more of the same was on the table for Murray State's football and soccer teams. At least one Racer team was able to rise to the occasion.
The Racer football team headed to Toledo on Saturday to build off their performance against Georgia. But the Rockets took off while the Racers stumbled. Quarterback Preston Rice, impressed as he was, passed for 198 yards as well as gaining several yards rushing himself. The Racers started out the game competitive, and regardless of a final score of 45-0, they never stopped fighting. Corey, do you have any thoughts or reviews of this game besides the final score?
Well, you can't look at anything else but the final score. I mean, you go from scoring 17 on the number 3 country, number 3 country in the world, number 3 team in the country, to nothing to Toledo. I mean,
see, my thoughts on this team that we have this season are, they have the building blocks to really make something great and leave a lasting impression not only in the OVC but on the entire college football landscape. But are they going to take those building blocks and actually make something out of them? I don't know.
I mean, their quarterback's really good. That wide receiver we got from Florida is really good.
Yeah.
And special teams is great. Just got to put everything else together. And Toledo, you got to admit, they're in the MAC conference. It's not a bad conference to be in. So you got to give them credit there. I guess, like, if there's anything else I can say, at least there's another game to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. We always have another game, and I think if our defense starts stepping it up, then I think Preston Rice is going to carry us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the team will look different towards the end of the season versus now that they're just starting. So
absolutely. The Racer football team was not the only Murray State organization who had a busy weekend. The women's soccer team had not one, but 2 matches, winning one and losing one. They hosted the Arkansas State Red Wolves on Friday at Cutchin Field, where Maya Redford had a dominant performance with 2 goals, as well as Lauren Payne also grabbing a goal. To ice the cake, the Racers won that game with a score of 3-1 on Sunday. The Racers traveled to Missouri to play the Missouri State Bears. They battled the entire game, only allowing 1 shot on goal, but ultimately lost the match with a final score of 1-0. They did, however, play a competitive game, outshooting the Bears 7-3. There's still a positive for the team following the weekend because they did bring a win back home to Murray over Arkansas State.
More on Murray State athletics. Our Racers volleyball team brings a winning record to the table. They had a very busy weekend, playing 3 matches at the University of Illinois Chicago Invitational. Not only were they busy, they made Murray proud, winning all 3 matches against Sacramento State, Illinois Chicago, and Bradley University. This really helped them in record standings, now holding a winning record of 5 wins to 4 losses. Corey, overall, the Racers had a lot of battling going on this last weekend, and I think we have an exciting rest of the semester coming up, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, we were harping on the football team a little bit. They are playing some really tough teams, and again, they're still just trying to get everything together.
They're learning.
I think they'll be fine, especially once we get into conference competition, because let's face it, the OVC is not a football conference. Yeah. Soccer team, again, they're just putting the pieces back together. Yeah. They lost the best player the university's ever had a couple seasons ago, and a coaching staff.
I will say Maya Redford is looking pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, I really like her.
Yeah, she's had some phenomenal highlights. Her athleticism is almost unmatched with the teams that they've been playing, and she's the reason that they're, winning games right now. Yeah. So.
And they're, of course, playing teams in major conferences. I mean, the SEC is a conference. I mean, that's cream of the crop athletics right there. And even with the L they took, I still think they're going to win the OVC. So.
I think they will too. Yeah. Well, they certainly have potential to.
Do you have anything on the volleyball team? I think I expect them to win the OVC too this
year.
Yeah,
well, from what I've gathered and watched so far, they're having a good season. They definitely play competitive, and it's exciting to watch them build off of this new team that they have, and I'm excited to see where they go this year. So should be a good season.
Of course, I hate to skip past all these teams playing right now, but once basketball season starts, it won't matter.
Yeah,
That's all we're
well,
going to be focusing on.
Following Ja, a lot of eyes are going to be on Murray State.
Oh,
so.
yeah. And remember the rifle team? They're always top 5 in the country.
The
They win the
rifle team is
OVC every
killing
year.
it.
So, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of the sports segment here on MSU Tonight. Thanks for watching.
Stay tuned.
That's all we have time for tonight.
Thanks for watching, and tune in to MSU Tonight every Tuesday night at 5 on MSU TV 11 or visit us on our YouTube channel. Have a great night.